What's up, tubes? It's Dalton Worcester, back again out of retirement. Working on the old Yamaha today, ladies and gentlemen. Got the seat off, and just because I'm going to take the carb and clean it, and I need the seat off in order to take the gas tank off. And while I have the gas tank off, might as well clean it, get a new filter, little things like that. Time to do some maintenance. Spring's coming. Get her all ready for some good old summer and spring romping. So the other week I did clean it off. I don't know if I have any pictures of it, but when it was clean, but this thing looked nice. It was pretty. Now she's all muddy because I just went out and rode once again today. It's more wet than anything, but so I went and sprayed it off, and it turns out that this vent cap to the flywheel housing was laying back in here, and I just was cleaning it off, didn't think anything of it. Came out here and started it today, and water started shooting out there. I was like, I wonder what that is. Anyway, I still rode it. Who cares, I guess. But still rode it around and came back, and I was like, you know, I'm going to make sure I didn't screw anything up. So I took this case off, and thankfully it was just water that was sitting in the bottom of this case, and it didn't really damage anything. The flywheel was still fine and everything, nothing real crazy. And lubed up the flywheel a little bit, got some just oil on a rag and rubbed it around just to keep it from rusting. Now I got the seat off by taking a bolt off here and a bolt off here, right there, and the heads on them are 10mm, and the rear nut on the interior side is an 11. So in order to take those off, you'll need an open-ended wrench and a socket over there. But anything else to add, Cat? Good. Okay. And what's cool about these old bikes, they've got monoshock suspension. I believe they came out with that in '77, I believe, because the YZ125s I know had them. So, but the game plan today is take the gas tank off to get easier access to the carburetor, so I can take that apart. I really don't have any clue how to, how I'm gonna attack getting that out of there, because I'd really like to leave the boots on, so I don't have to cover anything up, but with these boots, I don't know if I'll be able to bend them out of the place. But carburetor's a little gummed up in my opinion, plus I want to make it look a little bit better. And check it all out, first time I've had the carb off the bike, you know. So, I'll check it all out and see what's good and what's bad, if I need to replace any seals or gaskets and stuff. I know I'm going to need a new fuel filter, because I just feel like I need to change that. I already cleaned the petcock a while ago, because there was a lot of rust down in that bowl down in there. So, well, that's probably what I'm going to be doing here soon, so hopefully I can get some good footage of that here. Of course, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. So, stay tuned, my friends. Okay, folks, we're back. These bolts here are 10mm that are holding the gas tank down. So we'll get them off there. Now, with this bike, along with all other older bikes, and this piece of tidbit information is for the guys who are into newer bikes and like learning about older bikes and stuff. Most of the older bike enthusiasts, such as myself, know that all these older bikes have metal gas tanks. And the main reason I'm gonna take this off also is because when I bought the bike, the gentleman who I bought it from said that there was some rust in the bottom of the gas tank. So he said all I did was just throw a fuel filter on it, and that was about it. And the trouble with two strokes, the older ones, is they had old oil injection systems. Thankfully, this one's been bypassed, and you run mixed gas. But before, all it did was have normal gas. You could buy normal gas and run your oil through here, where there's in this actual tank on this, the oil tank is completely full actually. And but for my purpose, I really don't see the best benefit in it. Granted, I guess you don't have to worry about mixing, but mixing literally doesn't even take 5 minutes, and then you're done. So a lot of people, they would just fill it up with normal gas, and they wouldn't bypass the systems right away because they thought it was good. These are the most, in my opinion, most untrustworthy systems out there, the oil injection, because you don't know if it's gonna mix it too rich or too lean. So I'm glad that I switched to mixed gas. Well, that the previous owner bypassed the old oil injection system and put it to this, because these metal tanks, if you just fill them up with normal gas, they just sit for a while, they sometimes can leak around here if the seal's not good, or they'll just be from sitting, it'll just, basically evaporate inside, condensate on top of the tank, and then just build up rust if it's not completely drained out for winter. And so that's pretty much my main focus right now. Gotta get this gas tank off. I'm gonna clean it with some sort of method, who knows, or I might just buy a new filter. Who knows, might take the lazy man way out. But so now I'm gonna try to muscle that gas tank off, and then we'll come back from there. Hey folks, we're back again. I forgot there's a hose that connects both of the spots together onto one, the reserve and on, so I gotta drain the gas first. My goodness, that was a pain. Alright, well, underneath the gas tank, out here, okay, you see those two hoses that run across? There's a line that was in between them, and of course that line runs right across from the frame. So that meant I had to take that line off, which is a pain, which also dumped gas just about everywhere. Filled up that gas can with well, not all the way thankfully, but filled part of that gas can up with what gas was left in there, but I wanted fresh gas in order to clean that all the way out. So now, heck, with this frame pretty much almost exposed to my wonderfulness, now that I can see that with the gas tank even off, I can not even get access to the carburetor from a top view, which of course just got me a little less excited, because now I gotta try to work around all that stuff. Guess you could take the pipe off, but I am definitely not gonna do that. But heck, while it's off too, I'm also probably going to run some sort of electrical system, hopefully, to get all lights working. I know my tail light needs a bulb and the wires hooked up. I got my two tail light wires, my two turn signal wires, and then I got my other turn signal wires up here that just probably coil around up through there and everything. So she's starting to come around, I guess. So this is a time-consuming process, but hopefully this next half hour or so, I can get access to that, look at some things, and hopefully have that off and ready to show you guys here in a second for you guys. Alright guys, this is just mainly a shot for my memorizational purposes of where this piece hooks up to this tube. Hooks right there. There's obviously one that probably hooked up from over there, or not, who knows. And I pulled it out of there like this. It was facing that way, and I pulled it out like this, just for memorization. Alright, we'll get back to you when it's off.